Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rolling with Autism. It is 1 a.m. here. I am the only one awake in the household, of course, because it's 1 a.m. Nobody should be awake at this time. I thought I'd take this opportunity while the house is quiet to talk to everyone about a very delicate subject that I think a lot of people don't like to talk about, and that is parent health. There are a lot of us out there who are suffering with our own disabilities or chronic illness that a lot of people just don't see. You see us in the supermarket, you see that we're frustrated. A lot of people will judge, but just know that that parent could be struggling too. I bring this up because let me start from the beginning. Let me just start from the beginning. Please pardon my makeshift art studio behind me. I have been doing some artwork for charity, and it's one of my coping skills when I'm stressed. So, 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. Got bit by a tick. Didn't think too much of it. I mean, just a tick. It was back in the day when Lyme disease really wasn't talked about. At least not in my state. They kind of brushed it under the rug. They're kind of still doing that. Don't tell anybody though. I was 28 years old. My son was 2. And I could not hold him for more than 2 seconds at a time. I could not stand for more than 2 minutes at a time. The pain was just so extreme. The fatigue was out of control. And then I go in, I have a simple blood test, and they go, oh, you have Lyme disease. Okay. 2 months of antibiotics later, I still feel the same. I am stigmatized as fibromyalgia. Not to say that I don't have fibromyalgia. I'm not a doctor, but no other tests were done. It was just, oh, well, okay. We did our lovely 2-month antibiotics with you, so now you can only have this. So, age 28, I was diagnosed with a chronic illness of fibromyalgia, and that is exactly what it is. Through all my research, studies, consult with doctors, there have been a lot. It is an unknown chronic illness that there is very little that can be done for it. 3 years ago, right after my mother had her stroke, and I had to quit my job. Before that, for about 6 months, I was really struggling at work. I was having so much trouble with my feet. I couldn't, stand, lift. It hurt to sit. And I was having moments where I felt like just sitting at my desk, I was going to pass out. Consulted doctors, got nowhere. Everybody said, this is just typical fibromyalgia. Me, I'm thinking, great, I'm going to have to quit my job, file for disability. You can't do that with fibromyalgia, just saying. I did do that. I filed for disability, and I was denied because, 1, there wasn't enough documentation regarding fibromyalgia, and 2, I was too young and too educated. I was too young and too educated to be on disability, which I find hilarious. Yes, youth, my youth and my brain are still attacked, but my body says, no, you can't do this anymore. But that's neither here nor there. That's a completely different subject. So, I have been struggling the past 3 years and have been to several more doctors, had several more tests run, and have found out that my spine is deteriorating. which is typical with age and, you know, as much baggage as us moms carry around. And before anybody makes any comment about the weight, I was 100 pounds lighter then. Yeah. That was back when I was still able to work out and still very active with Addison, and life was great. Yeah. I have MRIs done, and because I've lost feeling in my legs, have sharp electric shooting pain, like being electrocuted, going down my legs. My back seizes up after I'm on my feet for about 15 minutes. And I'm not telling everybody this for some sob story. It's to get through to the point that you're not alone. There are other people out there who are raising children with special needs, who have some sort of chronic illness or disability themselves. You're not alone. And for the longest time, I felt very alone. And you're not. That's all I can say is you're not. So, that's why I'm making this video. So you know you're not alone. Sorry if I become emotional in this video. There are a lot of things that I'm still going through denial-wise. Recently I was diagnosed with neuropathy, where I've had extreme pain in my feet, but I'm on a nice little medication that allows me to walk around again. Exciting. Then our last camping trip, yeah, last one that we just videoed, I got bit by another tick. Yeah, that. And come to find out that I have Lyme disease again. That's great. That's all I need to keep up with my child. Lyme disease. So I'm on, again, 2 months of antibiotics. So yeah, Lyme disease. Got that again. And, yeah, that's fun. So it's kind of slowed me down with Addison. It's been kind of hard for him to understand that mommy doesn't feel good. So we can't always go out and do all the running around that he wants to do. And so I've been trying to think of things to make it fun for him. Like, thank God the pool's open. Mommy can just sit on the side of the pool with her feet in the water and Addison can have fun. And thank God for my husband. He is so helpful, so supportive. I love you, honey. That's some things that, those are some things that we here in the now are struggling with. Another thing that I have been through with Addison is that, I was a single parent for a long time. Addison's dad and I got divorced when he was 5. And it was really, really a really bad struggle to begin with. I just want to say that Addison's dad and I are actually really good friends now. We push everything aside that's ever happened in the past. We've sat down, we've talked about it, who did what, who did, you know, the whole blame game. We just pushed that all aside and said, hey, you know what we really need to do is just concentrate on Addison. And through that, we have actually found a really great friendship. So it works for us. His dad he's a good dad. Donnie and I married 2 years ago. So all you single moms out there are people out there who care about your children and will come into your lives and care for your children. Don't give up hope. You're not alone on that aspect. So basically, through everything that I've gone through in my life, I have been my favorite thing that I have ever been told. And you know, a lot of these people know all the things that I'm going through. You know, from the chronic illness to the divorce to the bad relationships to, you know, the identity crisis. They're like, oh, you're such a great mom. You're such a superhero of a mom. You have like superpowers or something. I could not do what you do. If it was your child, you could. That's all I can say. I have no superpowers. As you can see from this video, I am highly flawed. And I'm okay with that. Because everybody is flawed. But I'm not a superhero. I'm a person. I have a child. I have a child who sees the world through a different pair of eyes. That's all. As soon as I redirect my point of view into his world, and it's a gorgeous place, we've made things work. We've been through troubles with school to deciding to become an at-home mom, which for anybody who thinks that at-home moms don't work, God, we're saints. We put up with so much. There's hardly a time where I'm actually allowed to sit down. This is why I'm up at 1 a.m. It's my quiet, happy time. We go through so much every day that we don't stop and think, okay, what do I need to do for me today? And that's all I can encourage people to do is take 5 minutes. Even if you have to lock the bathroom door. I can't even go to the bathroom by myself. The dog even comes. And I have to lock him out too. But finding that time for yourself is so very important. And I'm homeschooling Addison this year, which next year he'll actually be going to high school at his choice. So I'll keep you updated on that and see how it goes. We had some trouble with the school. Junior high just wasn't a good fit for Addison, and we had to pull him from school after escaping twice. Got out into the road in the middle of traffic. Mommy got shingles from that episode. It was really bad. And I was just like, I'm done. So, yeah. So we decided that with the new school, we would let Addison do a tour, and so he can get the socialization from them, and they can work on living skills with him. So back to the point. As parents, we go through so much stress, and there are some of us out there who are going through health problems, divorces, single parents, illness, just anything. And I guess I just want to tell you guys, you're not alone. Reach out to your support groups. Facebook has tons of support groups. A lot of them are in your area. Talk to other moms. Set up play dates. Get out of the house, take a walk. Find something that makes you happy. Because no matter what your day brings, there can always be a silver lining. There's always that, I call it my Peter Pan syndrome. There's always that happy thought, no matter how bad life is. Throughout your day, there is at least one happy thought. So look at yourself in the mirror, think that happy thought, and say, you know what? I'm not alone, and it's gonna be okay. So, that's our episode for this week. I am sorry that I went extremely personal on you guys, but I thought it was very important to go over, because it's what we're dealing with right now. And Addison is really struggling with his mom not being up to par. Mom's struggling with mom not being up to par. Just saying. So yeah, you're not alone. We are taking the summer off because for some reason we live on the surface of the sun now. We are taking that time to remodel the travel trailer. We're looking at putting some different things in the travel trailer for Addison that, now that we've gone on a couple of trips, that we think could be very beneficial for him. We're talking about putting in a sensory wall, maybe some fun lighting for him. We're going to lighten up the colors in the trailer, that way it's more inviting and feels more cozy for him. So be prepared for those videos. We're going to do a remodel. Autism remodel. Let's do it. If you like our channel, subscribe, like our videos, and we'll see you next time. And remember, through adventurous learning, it's just